The views expressed during this program does not necessarily represent those of really any sane person with a brain. Listening to this program may actually kill brainwaves and make you dumber than you may already be. Listener discretion is advised. Really, because this show sucks to begin with.
Look at us, buddy. We're back.
We're back again. But this time we have a better-looking version with us, another person to join us today.
That's
just
right.
Like last week with Tim.
We are the Fantasy Fat Guys. I am Bill Powers.
I am Porterhouse.
And with us today is Frank Catalanatto. What's up, Cat?
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. We greatly appreciate it. Frank Catalanatto had a nice little career, Major League Baseball career, and now he's doing something on the side now. Oh, by the way, if you want to get us, Fantasy Fat Guys, wherever bad podcasts are, that's where we are. Check it out. And actually, quickly,
check us out on Spotify. Find us in one spot. We're not going to send you everywhere. Just find us in one spot.
Dude, we got a lot of reaction.
Spotify, find us somewhere else.
A lot of reaction last week. We actually got a lot of likes and stuff like that. So
absolutely.
I don't know why. But anyway. Frank, after your baseball career, you kind of stayed out of the limelight. I think you maybe did some stuff with the World Baseball Championships and stuff. Didn't you do some stuff with Team Italy and stuff?
I did with World Baseball Classic. I coached for Team Italy,
right?
And in 2013 and 2017,
right.
So that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. I think Major League Baseball does a really good job with the World Baseball Classic, and I was happy to be able to represent Italy and. It was a great, World Baseball Classic, and we all had a great time.
So as a guy that also has a vowel that ends his last name, the Prima, right here, and so I rooted for Italy when the Americans weren't playing. Just
nice.
Oh, and my father's born in Sicily, so it's just the way it works out. Do you feel like baseball is catching on any bigger over in Italy yet, or is it? I know it's tough.
It's getting there.
Okay.
It's still obviously soccer is their big sport over there.
Yeah.
And ever since we've been kind of going over there, putting on some camps and clinics for the guys, baseball's been growing, but it's not growing like, we would like it to grow there. It's they don't have little leagues. It's a lot different there, but they are more interested in it. And it's great that they're televising the games and the World Baseball Classic and stuff like that. So, that's a goal of mine to continue to help out. And hopefully we will see baseball continue to grow there in Italy.
No, that's great.
That's great. Now, along with that, you kind of weren't really involved with a lot of baseball. You did the World Baseball Classic, but we kind of spoke, beforehand about, why you waited to get involved with coaching and stuff like that. So just kind of give us the rundown about how you got involved with coaching college baseball.
Yeah. I was never really, it wasn't a passion of mine to coach. And, I had my kids, my kids were growing up and I wanted to be there for them and watch them, their sports and their different activities. But as you guys know, when they start to get older, they don't really care to have you around as much.
I can name that tune in two notes. Anyway,
there's only one reason why my kid's standing next to me, because I told him you were going to be on. Otherwise, he doesn't give a crap.
Yeah, pretty much. I won't try to break down the door, but that's a story for another day. Anyway.
So I was rushing home from different things thinking, the kids are waiting for me. I'd get home. No one would be home. They'd be out with their friends. And I said, you know what? Maybe it's time for me to get back into coaching. And, I was lucky when New York Tech contacted me and asked if I'd be interested. And, I took the job there, had a great time, did it with some, coach with some friends of mine. And then the program was shut down right after COVID hit, and I was disappointed. But luckily enough, I was able to get an interview for the Hofstra job shortly after that, and I took the job, and I love it. I mean, being able to work with these kids every day, it's very rewarding for me because I learned a lot. Playing professional baseball at the major league level and the minor leagues as well. And I've got a lot of experience, a lot of information to share. And it's pretty awesome to be able to watch these kids soak up some of the stuff that we're telling them, like a sponge, and to watch them continue to get better and get better quickly. It's rewarding. So I love it.
So
Did
what's
you
a
have any
quick scouting
concern?
report for your Hofstra team this year? What should we be looking forward to when Hofstra takes the diamond?
Yeah, we've got our defense is probably our strength. We've got some really good defenders in the infield. We're going to score runs, and the biggest thing is we've got to keep them off the board as much as possible. My pitching coach Chris Rojas, who was with me at New York Tech, is with me at Hofstra, and he's awesome. He's amazing. So he, when we first got there, the pitchers were a little shaky, but he's got them throwing a lot of strikes, and that's the biggest thing. If we can have these kids throw strikes and make the other team hit it, put the ball in play. Like I said, our defense is our strength. So hopefully that works out. So we're excited. We're looking forward to it. We definitely think we can compete in this conference.
Who's the biggest competitor you have?
I'm sorry,
Bill. I cut you off. Who's the biggest competitor you have in the division? I'm sorry.
The biggest competition?
Yep.
Yeah, is Northeastern.
Okay.
They're
perennial.
They're really good. They get some good players there. So they're going to be tough to beat, but we'll be gunning for them.
Great.
So how do you go about your recruiting? What'd you do to get some of the players on board? How many guys did you bring into the program for this year?
Not a heck of a lot. The guys were here, and there weren't very many open opportunities for players. So that's the biggest thing. I mean, we've recruited, and we've got guys coming in next year, 8 guys that are coming in. But I was able to get a couple of guys that were with me at New York Tech.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So Frankie DiMartino and Chris Keenan came over. It's we try to recruit the best players on Long Island. But obviously with this being a D1, we've got to go off of Long Island. We're getting guys from down south, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, Delaware. So it's a little bit different than D2 right now. But Long Island has a lot of very good baseball players. So we try to hope that they don't leave the island and we get them before they go down south.
40 years ago, I was not one of them. So,
nor was I, but in the same vein. Do you have any major road trips or any big time Division I schools that you have to go play this year?
Well, they've got road trips. I was looking at the schedule today.
I did not check the schedule, so I'm sorry about that.
Jerk.
Yeah, we've got road trips. I mean, this is more travel again than D2, but we're opening up in Houston at Houston Baptist.
Okay.
On February 25th. So we're really looking forward to that, getting to some warmer weather and playing some, a good school down there.
Lance Berkman's the coach there, right?
Yes. So Lance Berkman is the coach, and this is going to be his first college game that he coaches.
Wow,
so,
very cool.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
The funniest thing is the closest that Bill and I have ever been to Houston for baseball was, watching the Bad News Bears breaking training. So this is going to be fun as we follow the Hofstra team going down there. That's great.
Yeah. Now, what did the guys do last year? What was the team's record? Did they make the playoffs? Where'd they finish?
They didn't make the playoffs. It was kind of a weird year because they only played the Northern Division.
Right.
Because of the COVID and travel and stuff like that. They didn't make the playoffs. I want to say they won maybe 15, 16 games, something around there. So, I'm hoping that we can, head in the right direction and have a better record this year than they did this past year.
I know it's basketball, but it's kind of funny. Stony Brook is now joining the CAA, and it's going to be a basketball rival, as we go forward, which is really kind of cool. I love the fact that the sports are going to that the conference is going to have the 2 dominant teams on Long Island, so we could really have battles of Long Island. And when teams come up here, they have to go through Nassau County and Suffolk County. It's kind of fun to me. I just think it's really cool. Mm-hmm. I like seeing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too. Stony Brook baseball is joining the conference as well.
Exactly.
So we're we're excited about that. You know, we've always been, or Hofstra has always been thought of after Stony Brook. You know, Stony Brook baseball is very good, so hopefully we can kind of change that narrative here on Long Island.
Well, they got Joe Nathan, but after that, it's all you, Cat. You're going to turn it around.
You know, that's one of the things that's going to be really cool. Being in New York, I think we were overloaded with professional sports. You know, we got 2 football teams, we got 2 basketball teams, 3 hockey teams, and 2 baseball teams, etc. So when people say they're Sooner fans or something like that, we've never really had an opportunity to do anything like that unless we went to school somewhere and you became a fan of it. So hopefully, maybe this rivalry between Stony Brook and Hofstra can elevate. I mean, probably not at that level, but it would be really cool to see the excitement here on Long Island with the kids playing. Yeah,
no doubt. You know, like you said, not at that level, but it would be nice to get people interested in some college sports here on the island, and what better than that rivalry of Stony Brook Hofstra.
Is there one guy in your team that is going to really stand out? I mean, I know you don't want to compare your guys but is there one guy that you're really depending on this year to help the Pride?
You know, there's a lot. There really are. There's a bunch of guys that I think are going to have good seasons. You know, one of the kids is Brian Morrell. Brian, won the Yastrzemski Award 2 times in his high school days.
Wow.
He went on to Notre Dame, played at St. John's, and now he transferred in over to Hofstra. So we're excited to have him. I'm looking for him to have a really big season. But like I said, there's a bunch of guys there that have gotten so much better from the fall until now. And I think, I'm excited to see their progress, and I'm excited to see, what kind of season they put together statistically.
I know you might not want to talk about the past, but, when you took over the tech program, even though it was only a year, they were not very good before you got there. But you took them into the playoffs. You took them into the World Series. Was that really just a matter of the coaching as opposed to the talent?
There was talent there. There obviously was talent there. And I think, with myself and my staff, my staff, all those guys played professional baseball. So when you have, you're teaching these guys some things that we learned as professionals, it's totally different. So, yeah, I think the coaching definitely helped them out. And you have to make your players believe that they're good and believe that they can win. And that's one thing that they were kind of lacking. They showed up to the ballpark before we got there, just assuming that they were going to lose, and they were comfortable with losing.
Right.
So making them believe was kind of the first step, and being able to teach them some things, not only on the, physically and mechanically, but more like the mental side of the game. It helped them out tremendously.
Right. Like, I know my nephew was miserable until you guys got in there. And then he had the time of his life. He was like, wow, is this what college baseball is supposed to be like?
Right. And that's the thing. You want these guys to have fun, right? And that's what we try to do. We try to make it as fun as possible. And then obviously when you're winning,
everything's a lot more fun when you're winning.
Yeah, you're right. So yeah, no, that was a great time, and having your nephew was awesome. He was a captain on my team and the leader of the team.
Mm-hmm. Anything there, Portas?
No, okay, I mean, to be honest with you, I thought you were about to ask another question because you took your hand off your mouth. So I apologize. No, I mean,
listen, my mouth. I don't want to shove food in my mouth. So.
No, the exciting part is that you're going to bring Hofstra back to the level where it should be. That's really cool. And like I was saying before, I love the idea of making college sports major news here on Long Island, just because. I mean, the professional teams have become a little nothing against it. I mean, we still love professional sports. Don't get me wrong, but this is the kind of stuff for families to go down and enjoy games, and for kids to go down and coaches to take their kids down there to see what they can aspire to. And it's a lot of fun just to watch really good baseball and really local and really affordable, which none of those things are available with the Yankees or the